Well, Victory Monday, people. Wearing this shirt, loud and proud. It is pretty shitty out, actually. Look at this, real quick. Yeah, that's what we woke up to today. But outside of that, good day. It's on my way to my destination. So this is really the only spot that I can drive, and I know you're not supposed to drive and do this, but whatever. At least I'm not holding anything. My hands are on the steering wheel. Don't count. Don't judge me. Anyway, I don't really have a chance where I'm at to really vocalize and, kind of talk. I got a loud voice. I'm not going to lie. Many people probably noticed that and wanted to say, shut the hell up, taxi guy, but whatever. Anyway, getting to the game. The potholes here are lovely. Getting to the game, I told you guys I was going to make a review on what I thought about the game last night. Crazy ending. Sam, whatever his name is, I can't think of it off my head. I was going to write it down, but whatever. I didn't have even heard of him. But he returned a 98-yard, return for a touchdown from Tyler Huntley when he tried to extend in the goal line. And that's ultimately what won us the game. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say Joe Burrow played horrible, because he didn't, but he played mediocre. He could have played way better, obviously. So, that being said, I was not impressed. Listen, even though we won, I said it last night, I am not impressed with the Bengals at all right now. I didn't. I have not been impressed with them the week before, and I have not been impressed with them really for the last month, even though they've been winning. But most people would say, well, a win's a win. Well, yeah, that's all fine and great, but when you get into the playoffs, it's a little bit of a different animal because you're dealing with the best of the best. It's not like you're playing the Houston Texans. Sorry, Texans fans, but you just happen to be the worst team this year. I actually know it's the Bears, but whatever. You get what I'm saying. It's a higher level of competition, a higher level of athletes you're dealing with, rather. But the problem is, I see with the Bengals is the following. First of all, Eli Apple has got to go. He's terrible. I'm sorry. He should not be a starting corner in this league, or a safety, whatever he is. But anyway, I've seen him get burned so many times on touchdowns, it's ridiculous. And it happened in the Super Bowl, and it happened again last night with Robinson or whatever, or Andrews. It was Robinson or Andrews, can't remember. But anyway, he got burned for like 40-something yards. And that's ultimately what got the Ravens back in the game and gave them life. And now, I know people are going to say, I've seen this on videos, so the Bengals are frauds, or yada, 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 the Bengals shouldn't have won. Well, okay. First of all, anybody that knows football, anybody that's been watching football for as long as I have, knows that anybody that thought that we were going to blow the Ravens out clearly don't know football. Because the AFC North, or any division, rather, that takes on a division opponent, is going to be a close game, especially the fact that we played back-to-back weeks. It's hard enough going against the AFC North, in our case, opponent, like the Ravens, but we went against them back-to-back weeks. Okay, so it was going to be a close game. I knew it was going to be a nail-biter. Whether Huntley was starting, or Brown was starting, or Jackson was starting, it wouldn't matter. It was going to be a close game, because that's just how it is in a division rival. Hence, look at the Buffalo Bills. You want to talk about a game that should have been close. I mean, my God. Buffalo played like shit yesterday. Fortunately, they were playing the third-string quarterback in Skylar Thompson. Excuse me. Got a tickle in my throat. Fortunately, the Bills were playing against the third-string quarterback in Skylar Thompson. Otherwise, if Tua was healthy, you could make the argument the Bills probably would have lost that game yesterday. Again, another rival. So I don't want to hear this oh, well, we should have blown them out. It shouldn't even been a close game, because you clearly don't know football if you think that. Very rarely are division opponents ever a blowout game, no matter how bad they are. I mean, I think we're a way better team than Pittsburgh by a million miles, but it's been a close game. We've split the series, and even the second time we played them, it wasn't a blowout. So that's that. And the problem is nothing against any Ravens fans or anything, but I see a lot of broadcasts or live streams or whatever you call it saying, oh, it was rigged, the Ravens beat themselves. Well, you know what? That happens sometimes. I mean, what's your point you're trying to make? I mean, that's like trying to say, that'd be like me saying, oh, well, Joe Burrow's a better quarterback than Tyler Huntley. So, I mean, we should have won this game. Let's just say we would have lost. We should have won this game easily. Well, it don't matter if you don't win the game. So what point are you trying to make? And as far as it rigged goes, that's just an excuse people go with. Listen, is there bad calls in this league? Yeah, absolutely. I personally think the holding penalties are stupid. I mean, my theory is okay, you can knock them on their ass, but you can't hold them. I think that's stupid as hell. But you know what? It's a rule. Hands to the face, like that barely push we got right on the side of the helmet, that shouldn't have been called. That was petty, but whatever. It got called. You deal with it. So yeah, Ravens, you played good. I'm giving you your due with the situation you were given. But the Bengals just made the plays they needed to, and that's why they won the game. It's always said, the old saying, defense wins championships. That's always been the saying. Then getting to the other games real quick. So congratulations to the Bengals, but we got some work to do. They definitely got some work to do. I know, and some people say, oh, going to Buffalo, we had no chance. I don't even listen to that shit because they said the same thing we were playing Kansas City last year. Everybody said we had no chance. Buffalo could play another shitty game. Bengals could win that game. It's a week-to-week basis. It just depends. You never know what's going to happen. So don't listen to that shit when people are talking like that because they clearly don't know football and they're morons. That's just the way I feel about it. Or they're bandwagon fans that just started rooting for a team last year at best. So they just got to find a reason, any reason they can, why they lost. So they blame refs and rigged and politics and whatever, yada, yada, yada. So anyway, let's see real quick. The other games, the Vikings lost. I mean, that was a predictable loss. I should have picked the Giants. I wanted to pick the Giants. But, hey, anything I said about Daniel Jones, hey, I'm eating crow, man. Daniel Jones can ball. That guy, you could not have asked Daniel Jones to do any more yesterday. I mean, the fact that he went on the road the way he did on a newer team with a hostile environment, a new head coach, and the way he played yesterday, you got to give him props. I mean, the Giants are scary, man. They could go deep. I mean, if they played anything like they did yesterday, Philadelphia is going to have their hands full. So, yeah, Giants ain't no pushover. Dallas plays tonight. I picked the Buccaneers because I just don't trust Dallas in the playoffs, but they could prove me wrong. I took some heat from Vikings fans, but it's like, you know what? I've seen this song over and over and over again with Minnesota. It seems like no matter if they win 13, 14, 15 games, they get to the playoffs and then they choke. And it's sad because, I know how that feels. My Bengals did it for the longest time. But anyway. So, yeah. 49ers are good. 49ers, man, I don't see anybody stopping them. I really don't. I know Philadelphia, but I don't know. Man, Philadelphia's got to get past the Giants first. So that's, football's crazier now. And the Jaguars coming back, like I said, I made a video on that. That was unbelievable. 27-point comeback. And then, but yeah, you want to talk about a game that should have been close. I mean, God, Bills. I mean, they were at home against a third-string quarterback, and they only won by 3 points. But again, it's a division rival. It's the way it goes. Like I said, it's hard to beat a division rival twice a year anyway, let alone when you're playing them back-to-back weeks like the Bengals did. So I knew it was going to be close. But I'm just glad to get the victory. Like I said, I'll take right now being a Bengals fan over any year that we had before. Like I said, I watched the Bengals since I was a little kid. I've seen some really bad years, bad times. So, anyway, congrats to the teams that did win, for the fans of the teams, and it's exciting, I know. And let's just hope for another good week of football. But the bottom line is I'm a realist, people. I mean, that doesn't get me a lot of friends in this world because let's face reality. We live in a world where people don't like to hear how it is. I mean, their feelings get hurt. But I know football. I've never played the game, obviously, so I can't relate to that, but I've watched it long enough to know that, hey, this Bengals-Ravens game is going to be a lot closer than people thought. Even fellow Bengal fans saying, oh, this is going to be a blowout. No, it wasn't. I knew it. So, I'm at my place now. Gotta get some coffee. It's morning. And you guys will probably see this at the end of the day, so. Yeah, one more look. That's South Dakota in the winter. See you guys.